Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. So, last time, I guess first of all, if you happen to be jumping in here new, because I know some people will come by for the movie even if they didn't watch the rest of my reactions, first of all, I have seen all these before a long time ago. There are obviously big moments I remember just from memes and, just being so impactful the original time I watched it that I do remember, but then there's other stuff that I don't remember at all. So this is not really a reaction per se, it's more like a rewatch, but because there are some parts I will be reacting to, obviously, because it's been so long that I don't even really remember, right? I think I'm now 30 years old, and I think I watched Star Wars around when I was 14 or 15 once in my entire life. So, yeah, it's been a while. So, also, I do full-length timer-based reactions. For those of you who don't know what that means, you need to have your own reference footage. You need to have your own version of the episode. I will do a countdown for you guys, and you will start the episode when I start. There will be, right when the movie starts, there will be a small, 15-second window, maybe a little bit longer, because it's a movie, of footage on the screen just to help you guys sync up so you know where I'm at, because I know different versions of the episode wherever you're watching it, however you're watching it, whether it be a DVD or Disney Plus or whatever it is. Sometimes they put different beginning stuff before it, so it can have some syncing issues there. So it'll be right when, the text starts going around. I'm guessing this one has the classic text that goes up the screen. You'll start seeing that, and you'll be able to sync up and follow along. So other than that 15 plus seconds, there won't be any more footage on the screen. You guys will have to sync up to watch along with me. I do it because of copyright reasons. It's a pain. That way my videos don't get taken down either immediately or a year from now, and then I have to either go back or just say, well, you missed out, or something like that. So either way, that's how I do things. So just try to let you guys know before we get farther into this. But yeah, so last movie, but it's also called an episode. So episode 4, we had the introduction of Luke Skywalker into the story. Obviously, I did watch 4, 5, and 6. I mean, sorry. Yeah, no. I watched 1, 2, and 3. I apologize. I watched the prequels before this. I decided to watch in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 order. So I did see the prequels, so we had the build up to Darth Vader and everything, the start to making the Death Star and all that. And last movie, we destroyed the Death Star. Now, that was called A New Hope, and now this one's The Empire Strikes Back. I can only imagine, that we're gonna have some Empire getting some revenge here. So, a lot of these movies are like A New Hope, but then the next one's something bad, It's funny. Anyway, we had Obi-Wan fight Darth Vader. The fight was a little rough, but Obi-Wan seemed to, at least to my eyes, disappeared into the Force. I don't think he was cut by Darth Vader at all. That's my interpretation of it. Now, one of my friends said, he did, I don't know if he was trolling me or not, but he was like, no, he definitely got cut in half by Vader. I was like, I don't know about that. So, I guess I want to say that that's my interpretation. Who knows? It seems like other people have their own, way of interpreting it. So, other than that, we had Luke kind of using a little bit of the Force in order to pull off the Death Star explosion, hitting the right spot and everything. So will this, I don't remember, is this the movie where we have him, because I do vaguely remember him going to Yoda and talking to him and training with him and stuff. So I'm hoping that's this one. So because I'm excited for that moment. Now, I have a couple water bottles here. Get yourself something if you're syncing up with me and going to be watching through this whole thing. It's going to be a doozy. I sometimes have popcorn, but this time I just have some granola bars, some low-calorie granola bars. I'm trying to eat a little bit better, and there's already a really bad for me dessert that I'm going to be eating later. that I probably shouldn't be, so I'm holding off on the popcorn this time. I don't even know if I'm going to eat these granola bars, but I have them here just in case I want to. But yeah, grab yourself snacks, drinks, and get ready for this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watch, and let's get started, shall we? We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Totally nailed that. Yeah, so right now there won't be anything on the screen yet, but probably right now, yep, a long time ago, should be start showing up for you guys, and you can sync up to this. Star Wars. Episode 5. The Empire Strikes Back. It is a dark time for the rebellion. Although the Death Star has been destroyed, Imperial troops have driven the rebel forces from their hidden base and pursued them across the galaxy. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker has established a new secret base on the remote ice world of Hoth. The evil Lord Darth Vader, obsessed with finding young Skywalker, has dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space. Hoth, eh? It's nice that they have like these little time skips between the movies where stuff happens and they just fill you in with the little credits, because that's how each one has been for the most part, obviously except for the first one because that was the, but it like kind of lets you know of like what happened in between the movies a bit. Are these the probes? They be probing. Uh-oh, Ice World Hoth. Seems like an ice world to me. Is this Hoth? Well, not a very gentle landing there, spacecraft. Oh, these things, cool. So I watched a playthrough. I didn't actually play it myself, but I watched someone play, shoot, what's it called? Oh man, that's... The effects on that were kinda... They reminded me of something, like an older... Like some older films I've seen. That was wholesome. I can't think of what, like, it's been so long since I've seen some of those kinds. I think it's just Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I think is what the game's called, with Cal Kestis. And I remember seeing those things in the game. So it was just cool. My bad. The little floating droid thing. Oh my god! That thing came out of nowhere. Damn Yeti. Han Solo. Good to see he's still, like, here. It's like, you're making me do all the work up here, I imagine is what he was saying. What does that look about? Uh, as I was saying, he's like... Okay, so he's given a... At least he's given, like, a pretty good reason. For the most part. Yes, your highness, this. Oh. Sexual tension. Between these two, not those two. Like how he goes to talk to a person. Yes, sir. Quite possibly. He got captured by a... something or other. Tauntauns. That's what they're called. Brave motherfucker. Some big bones. Some real big bones. Now that we have perspective. Ugh. Man, I'd be so screwed in a situation like this. Because I knew he was going to reach up there and try to do that. I could never do that. I'm too big. My belly would block me. Ooh, if only you knew how to use the Force. Oh, did it wiggle a little, or is that my imagination? Ooh. It is. I like how he conned himself to do that. Obi-Wan! Yeah! And make sure you don't cut your toes off. Yeah, get fucked, big baddie. Oh, I know what that thing's called. I'm sure you guys will tell me. Man, I hate snow. I love the cold, but I hate snow. It's just so annoying to deal with for the most part. But I love the cold because you can always put more on, right? You can only take so much off when you're hot. Love cuddling under, like, the best part is when it's, like, cold out. Sometimes when it gets close to, like, bed, I won't turn the heat on at all if I'm cold. And I'll end up getting really cold and I'll get in bed and get under the covers and oh, it's like heaven. The dying R2. Man. So, might as well say it because it's something I remember. I do remember, like, the whole cutting open the Tauntaun and going inside of it, but he's not near it. So does that mean he finds it? Or does Han find him? And they use this one. I only remembered it being one person, I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it could be the both of them. It looks like a claymation kind of movement, doesn't it? For the Tauntaun. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Aww. Chewie. Damn. Aww. That was nice of him. For a human being. It's okay, Chewie. Oh, man, look how dark his face is. I don't know if it's just because it's dark out. Oh, shit. Obi-Wan. Ben, is that you? That's the name he knows, mainly. Run to Dagobah. Dagobah. So, I wonder if it was, like, coincidence that led Han here, right? Oh, well. They said your Tauntaun would... At least they didn't have to kill it. Ugh. Man. Ugh. God. I can't imagine trying to shove someone in the damn gut of a creature. So does he get in there? I guess... Talked about until I get the shelter up, right? They have like a tent or something? I love this establishing shot. They get the speeders working, or maybe because it's not storming anymore, they're able to use them. Rogue 2. Nice. I love Han. He's just like, good morning! Oh, so is that what he was setting up? The communication? Oh my god. Look at that, like, diaper thing he's in. Ugh. Can't imagine how cold he was. Ah. Oh shit! Oh shit. I forgot for half a second. Oh no, Luke. We are the Empire. We're here to kill. Yep. This thing. Good. Chewie, why? Oh, maybe that was part of the plan. Okay. I was gonna say, Chewie isn't that dumb. No, look at Frosty Chewie. Probe droid. Nice. I remember they called it something in the when I was watching the playthrough of it, but I couldn't remember what they called it. Probe droid sounds familiar for sure. Look at the big one compared to that little one, and I thought the little ones were big ones. I wonder what the scale of the big one is compared to those little ones. I mean, I guess we had the Death Star, which was like a planet. That's the ultimate scale. Hmm. He's not so quick to dismiss. How does he know? Well, shit. Oh my god, he was right there! Vader turned around and he's like, nope, nope, that's not it. That's not it. I love Chewie. Are the wounds on his face already healed? I guess is time passing then? Or we just didn't see him because they weren't close enough. Aw. Is he leaving for Dagobah? I might have missed if they said what he was doing. Shit. Well, they were getting ready for a ground attack, and oh, you done fucked up. He's gonna kill him. Damn. Yeah, don't fuck up like he did. The ion cannon, good old ion cannons. Alright. Nice. Seemed effective. Yeah, we did it! Fortunately, Luke was not with the first transport, though. Dak. Oh, shit. Those are, AT-ATs, right? At-ats. I think you're supposed to call them AT-AT, right? That might be wrong, though, too. Either way. Aren't there also, like, ATSTs or something, too? Or is ATST something else? Yeah, get the legs. I like how they went between. That was cool. I think they went between the legs. One of the perspective shots that looked like they were bigger, like too big to go between the legs, so I doubted myself. And then another shot, it looked like they were small enough to go between, so they probably did. Oh, yeah. Cables wrap up the legs. Oh no, Dak! Damn it, Dak! Can he control the tow cable from his side? Just so durable. Oh no! Damn it! Or will it? Wedge. Come on, Wedge, you got this. Nice. Good job, Jensen. Wrap that baby up. Yes. Trip that mofo. Nice. That won't be easy to fix. I wonder if those things could get back up. Oh, or, okay, well. Why couldn't you do that in the first place? I guess maybe it falling the way it did exposed a piece of, like, weaker part of the hull. Getting the fighters ready. There's still two more. Do they have more tow cable? Can they do it again? Feels like this is a losing battle. Oh, look at that little one. He have a little blood on his face? Or was that... maybe that was just... Yeah, he does. Shit. Oh no, Wedge! That lightning effect. Oh shit. Can you go lightsaber the legs? Are they too big? Can you climb up inside? Oh shit! Well, if his gunner wasn't dead, he is now. I don't know what that was. I think it might have been a bug or something, just flew like into my face and then away. Alright, time to evacuate. Yep. Oh no, there's a third. I thought there was only 2 left. Yeah, they're just outmatched. Oh, nice. Just open the hatch. So did he throw a grenade in there? Oh shit! Whatever that was, it was effective. Nice. Do you have more? Can you do that again? I feel like you could just lightsaber the shit out of those legs. Lightsabers, like, cut through anything, right? Almost anything. Not maximum firepower! Shit. Was that the shield generator that they were trying to get? Well, is C-3PO on the other side of that? Or is that in front of where they were trying to go? Okay, good. I love his little waddle to keep up. Look at these guys. Why the cloth on these stormtroopers? Are they different, or is it like to help with the cold? Come on. Feel bad for it. I imagine it's like a guy inside that as like a suit or something having to run. Yeah, just hit it. Yeah. Oh my god, look at that gun they're setting up. Nice. Oh, well. That's your ride, Luke! I don't know if it is. He probably has one of these. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he has this. This little fighter can't go light speed, though, right? So he has to, like, rendezvous somewhere else and get on the Falcon, I'm guessing? I don't think these can go light speed. Dagobah? Ah. Yeah. Man. If it doesn't have light speed, how long would it take to get to a whole new system? Maybe it does have it, and I'm just mistaken. I thought those two were colliding with each other for a second. Just say what you're trying to say, C-3PO. Finally, he said it. Good old Hydro Spanner. Yeah, I don't like that he left it right on the edge. Yep. That's not good. Got this as a boarding party. Oh, asteroids. That's also not good. Alright. Never tell me the odds. I like that line. Nice. I take it back. Is Vader in one of these following, or did he stay behind? Man, that's a big one. For sure. Jesus. Nice. He's gonna land? Oh shit. Man, that'd be scary. I mean, you don't know where that leads, right? Like, does it just suddenly dead end? Can you turn around? Is it gonna get narrower until you can't turn around? I guess, can that kind of ship go in reverse? I don't know if a spaceship has reverse capabilities, because normally they can just turn around. They're in space, you know? Their thrusters are on the back. I guess it could have some in the front for reverse thrust. Oh, jeez. I think he might land in a swamp. Oh, boy. I remember this place. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, shit. Oh, no, R2! Are you waterproof? In the water, idiot. Guess it's not too deep. No, that's not good. What is that thing? It's gonna be freaking Shrek. Get out of my swamp. Well, I guess that thing didn't like machinery. Man, how heavy that must be, I imagine. Ugh. I don't want to be covered in whatever that goop is. Ugh. No, is this guy gonna die next because it got away? Ugh. I didn't realize we got to see that part of him, or at least that little bit. Man, if you're watching this, if you were watching this as like the first time, you wouldn't. That'd be your first indication of what's under the suit, right? You're like, oh, he's wearing that because he's fucked up, not just because he wants to. You think? Oh, hey. Nice, he has a little walkway to get to it. Where's our little green man? Man, that little thing had a lot of equipment in it. Snake! Does he just not care about the snake, or has he not seen it yet? I mean, maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe it's not a hostile snake. Oh, there he is. That's crazy, motherfucker. Hmm. Once again, you wouldn't know who this is if you're watching this for the first time, right? I bet there's a lot of people that watch this for the first time was like, this is probably Yoda, right? This is all like a little gremlin fucking with all your shit. Just playing with a flashlight. Yeah, R2. Wingman R2. Oh, man. It's so funny because he's so smart and competent. Seeing him like this, it's funny. I have a feeling his food isn't quite what you'd call good. Whenever someone lives in a swamp and they try to feed you their food, it's like slugs and shit. Bye, R2. Have fun. Poor guy, left all alone. Oh, he's watching. He didn't want to. He act like he knew in front of C-3PO, but then just said it to Chewie like it wasn't his idea, right? It was just funny the way. Tried to weasel his way in. It's always about that stuff. Every time. Better this than Luke. You fucked it up. He already hates you so much. Yeah, well, and she's gone. They must have. Commands you to. Not requests. Commands you to. Very choice of words. Ugh. You can tell that they got together. Doesn't say the offspring of you. So this is the first Vader's learning about it. Alright. So that's the first he's hearing of it, huh? Eat! Eat! Some kind of swamp mush. He said root leaf. I thought he said roof leak because it's raining out. Oh, talking about real father. Did he throw the food? Don't throw the food. Oh, talking to Obi-Wan? Doesn't want to make the same mistake. Uh, he can see it. 800 years. A little theme. You will be afraid. Oh shit. Well, best hope they don't come in there. Oh, what was that? Is there something living in this asteroid? That's terrifying. How? It's in space. What the fuck is that? Can they, I guess, is that what they just grabbed, like, things to be able to breathe? It's still, like, cold, though, right? Like, that's why we wear the suits, not just to be able to breathe, but... Ugh. Oh, no, is it a creature that they landed on? Or... some creepy space creatures, I don't want them. Ah! Minoc? Ah! Yep, there's more! I have a feeling they live here. They didn't, like, come from the planet, right? Oh my god, they're on something living. That's why it's so unstable. Are they on a mommy Minoc? Yep. Oh shit. What is this thing? Get back on the ship. One thing I learned that, like, almost ruins scenes like this for me is because almost all the time they're shot with, like, they're just moving the cameras and the actors are told to, like, pretend like things are moving. Oh my god, they were inside the belly of some shit. God damn. This is a giant worm. Shit, fuck that. Fuck that thing. But yeah, now when I watch any show where there's like shaking involved, all I can picture is like the actors being told to move that way and like nothing's actually shaking. They're just like, oh, oh. Oh, yes. The Yoda backpack. I want to learn more about like Yoda's race, right? Like where he's from. Because I don't think we've ever seen like I don't know what his race would be called, but we've never seen like more of them. Are they all that short? Is he just short? It's interesting. I know that what was it? Was it Mandalorian that made like Baby Yoda popular? But I don't know if that I don't know what Baby Yoda is, right? Because I've never seen it. I'll get to it eventually, but oh, really? Interesting. Only what you take with you. It's a deep line. So he takes him anyway. Hmm. Why is this place closer to the dark side? Yeah, really the only thing I remember from their training and stuff like that is like trying to lift the ship up, right? That's about it. Other than that, I don't remember any of this. And like the Yoda backpack. That's about it. Like Yoda being on his back while training him. So is this sending him somewhere that's more in tune with the dark side to see if he succumbs to temptation before his training gets too far, kind of thing? Oh shit, like a hallucination? Some kind of chemical being released here that makes you envision things? You won't need them, right? That's what he said. Think about what he said. Yeah, well, Vader's dead, guys. Oh shit. It's himself, right? I think. Has the same. Hmm. Interesting. I like how Vader isn't even the focus in that scene. Yet you still hear like the breathalyzer thingy, that iconic sound, so you just know he's there. Like obviously we saw him in the background, but I didn't actually see him at first because I was more focused on the foreground. But I knew he was there because of it. Bounty hunters, eh? Oh shit. Well, I hope they fix the light speed. That ship is so big compared to them just chasing them down. Yep. Oh fuck. Are they being jammed or is it just still not working? It's not fair. Oh shit. Well, if the rear shields are down, use the front ones. I love how they're like so concerned by that. They're like he's actually doing that. Did they land on them? Managed to land like in a blind spot where they couldn't see him or something? This is cool. Ooh. Doing that while. Oh no! The ship. Oh my god! The look on Yoda's face. Use the Force. Hmm. Yes. Is it something where like there's no the only limits for what you can lift are the limits in your mind? Like obviously it's easier to think about lifting a stone, right? Oh my god, his face. You almost did it. But like because you're thinking about it as being this heavy thing, it affects how you handle it. Whereas you think of a stone as a lighter thing, so you can handle it in your mind. Hmm. Gotta stop thinking of things as impossible. Hmm. He's gonna show him the impossible. Oh, damn. That's crazy. Just drops it on R2. Oh no! Impossible, you say, huh? He's a master. Yep. You must believe anything is possible. Believe it! Uh, well, what happens when you disappoint Vader? Well, alright. Just going through his captains and leaders. Yep. Landed in their blind spot, I guess. Just gotta hope one of those many other ships don't see him. That's cool. I like that, though. Shut up, C-3PO. Lando. Yeah, I've heard that name. Alright, and then they jump, and they just float. Ooh. Whoop. Bye-bye. Alright. To best bin we go. Oh no, what's that? Did they account for this? You bastard! It's one of the bounty hunters. Why does he have to do handstands while he does this shit? R2's like, no, 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 not me! He's lifting up a lot more than just a rock. Ugh. That little drop of sweat, like, heading down to his eye. There's a lot of times in the summer when I'm working outside and sweat drips down my face and gets in my eyes and stings and sucks. I just imagine that going into his face. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Did he run off to help him? Or you stay and continue your training. What does he choose? I don't even remember. Jeez. Bunch of clouds. That was cool. Alright. They got permission. Nothing to worry about. Ooh. That place is pretty cool. Seems more than just a mining colony. More like a Bitcoin mining. Act's not worried to her, and then what did I do? Aw, nice. Used to be his ship, huh? Putting on the moves. Poor C-3PO, no one cares. This is a small outpost? Jeez, look at this place. Unless it's only like a part of this place. Ichuta. Oh no! Oh Jesus! Why do you always get into these things? Damn it, Chewie almost saw it too. C-3PO just got blasted! Oh, Ben. Obi-Wan. So that was a failure. I mean, Yoda did say you don't need weapons. Poor Yoda. Just always dealing with these damn kids and they're not listening. Alright, they're not gonna stop him. Give him some advice. The lighting. Oh. There is another. Interesting. What is that referring to? I mean, it wouldn't be referring to Leia, right? I don't think so, right? Hmm. Interesting. Or could it be talking about Vader, like trying to bring Anakin back? Who's the other hope? No, no. Yeah, that's our friend. No, no. Listen to the Wookiee. Did he get all the parts? Just how much we don't want your help. No, this is normal. Perfectly normal. And some ominous music showing C-3PO. Huh. I guess the galaxy is a big place if this is like if this whole area is their mining operation. You know? Like it looks big to me, but with how many planets are out there and how much is going on, it's only small business, I suppose. Oh no. Selling you out. That's the deal. Ugh. The damn bounty hunter sold him out. Yeah, and this is what Luke is coming to save them from, right? Basically. But it's exactly what Vader wants, right? The whole reason Vader's going after them is to lure Luke in, you know? He's expecting Luke to feel it in the Force and come to save him. Interrupting the training, must not become a Jedi. Chewie is not happy. Try to put them back together. I guess I don't know if you can do that without tools. So many wires and cables and shit. With his Wookiee ass hands, I feel like it'd be so hard to like connect all those wires back together. So is this stormtrooper that he saw? That is some torture ass device. Jesus. Fuck that. Uh. Hmm. Not permanently, anyway. Pretty sure he gets whatever he wants. Yeah, no shit, you're dealing with the Empire. I thought he was putting it on backwards. Just turn him off again. Oh, probably good. You look a little pale there, buddy. Oh, well, that's nice. Get a little pop-out bed. Convenient that they put them all in the same spot. Yeah. Because he just knows what it's gonna do. Punched him right out of his cloak. At least he gave you some info. Doing what he can. I mean, he's gonna save his own skin too. I don't, obviously if he told Vader to fuck off, Vader would have just, force choked him to death. That be him. Yeah, I do remember Solo getting cryo frozen. That is something I remember. Man, it's so crazy that there's only one more movie after this. Like, it feels like there's so much that needs to, like, wrap up. Well. Chewbacca has a C-3PO backpack now. I don't give a shit. No, I guess that works too. I imagine the Empire has plenty of money. Poor Chewie. Just wants to save his friend. Ooh. Stormtrooper's like, enough of that shit. Oh, shit. I know. Say it back, you bitch. That was cool though. Well, time for him to become one of those tablets you used to get at McDonald's that had like Pokemon on them, little gold squares. Remember those? Happened so fast. How do they know that it works, right? I guess maybe they can like check life signatures and see that he's like alive in there or something. Yep. They just knock it over. Damn. Some shit. Yeah, I mean, I do remember that he gets out of this. Pretty sure anyway. Alright. Alright. I don't remember how all this wraps up. It's funny, I remember Han being in the carbonite, but I never remember the moment. Like, I couldn't remember the moment that he gets put in the carbonite. Like, this, I don't remember any of this, really. So it's like, it's a funny thing to have a memory of, like, knowing it happens, but not remembering, like, how. Man, I want to be able to make shit float like that. I guess if I had the Force, I could do that. But I imagine it's some piece of technology they're using. Just a hover dolly. Oh shit, he knew! How did he know? Or is this part of the luring? They said lead him here. Maybe it's not, though. Oh, Lando making a move. Oh, it turned on that guy. Well, he knows. He already knows. He's doing it anyway. He's like, what the fuck do I do now? Ninja. It's so funny seeing Mark Hamill this young, because I've seen him a lot in like The Flash and some other stuff where you see like him older and stuff like that. It's crazy how much younger he is here. Well, I don't think this is gonna go well for you, buddy. The lightsabers are so, like, thinner in this. I noticed it in the last movie, too. Comparatively to how they look in, like, the prequels. But obviously, I know that this was made in the 80s. You know, this is 1980 that this was made. So, don't... I know the effects aren't easy. Especially when they're moving. I've heard that that's one of the hardest things for them. Alright, making a move here. Man, it's funny, we're this far into the movie and I just, like, got a craving for popcorn. Like, I wish I made some. I mean, you know how scary Vader is. Let him talk. Yeah, I mean, it sucks what he did, of course, but, I mean, what are you gonna do when Vader is in front of you, right? Like, he'll just look at you and you'll die. R2? So he shouldn't wander into random rooms. Damn it, C-3PO. Well. If only you weren't choking Lando. Oh, shit. Classic Stormtrooper aim. I love how R2's just doing circles and they're missing. That was pretty good. That was a lot better than the Obi-Wan fight already. Be careful, that's where you're gonna get frozen. Oh, well, shit. Use the Force, Luke. Oh! He jumpied. Force jump. Nice. Hell yeah. I like how he knows that Obi-Wan is teaching him. Even though he was there when Obi-Wan poofed, you know? He even knows. Cool. Damn. Actually pushed it back off the ledge. I mean, it's not gonna affect Vader at all, but... I think Vader is still toying with him, too. Although, when he thought he froze him, I think that was genuine. I think he genuinely, like, underestimated him in the very beginning, but... You're gonna fling something at you. Oh, cheap shot. Come on, Luke. Sorry, just watching him, just like things just bumping into him. It's just a little bit funny. Oh no, Luke! Damn it! Why'd the suction? I guess once the pressure's out. Did he lose his lightsaber? Or did he just drop it before he went flying? Yeah, stick your little thingy in it, R2. Alright. Oh no! It was a power socket? Oh no. You would think they would know the difference. So it wasn't that he was like pushed out of it, it was just that it was not the right thingy that he put his thingy in. He put it in the wrong hole, guys. So they did fix it? Alright. Let's get out of here. Smoke screen. I guess Lando used to fly it, right? It used to be his. He could fly it again. I wonder, like, there had to have been people who have gone through and, like, the conversations between C-3PO and R2 and, like, filled in what R2 is saying was just, like, hilarious shit that he responds to. I feel like that had to have been a thing that someone did for all their scenes. I thought about that before I started recording. Oh, shit! He's so big. Like, so much taller. It's so imposing. Wait, does the I am your father moment happen in this movie? Or is that, like, at the very end? I can't remember, to be quite honest. Oh shit, he landed a hit on him. Yep. That was another thing I thought of earlier. I was like, he loses his hand too, doesn't he? Join the dark side. Just like when he lost his hand too, right? Yep. There it is. Hmm. Interesting. So does Vader want him to destroy the Emperor? So that way they can rule together? He jumped! Does he just have faith that someone will step in, or... Oh, shit! Well, that was convenient. Did he know? Shit. He's hanging from so many little danglies this episode. Oh, shit! Oh, no! Hmm. Remain calm, remember? Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Oh shit! Oh shit! He only has one arm, that's right. Ooh. Is she gonna sense something? Oh shit! I love how he listens to. I mean, obviously, I had to spit. It was gross. Obviously, Chewie doesn't like Lando very much either, but I love how he just like listened to her so quickly. Yep. Good thing there's a top hatch. Alright. Does he just think he's dead then? Or does he know that he's alive? I don't think Vader would have just given up. Alright. Nice. Oh shit, there's some fighters. Okay, they know. Unless they're just after the Falcon. Maybe they didn't see Luke get in. Well, he lived, and he didn't succumb yet. So, that's good. Maybe he can get back to Dagobah once he's healed and finish his training. I like how that ship like folds up like that. It's cool. I think I've seen several of those also in I used to play the MMO Star Wars game. I'm trying to remember what it was. Is it Knights of the Old Republic, or was that that might have been the actual, like, the single player game? Either way, I played a bit of the MMORPG, the Star Wars MMORPG. Pretty sure it's still around today. I played a Sith. Not because I like the Sith more, but it was kind of like what we all chose, me and my friends. Uh-oh. Time for a boarding party. I tried to tell you before, and you didn't listen. Did R2 just make a fart noise? Shit, they sense each other. Oh, that's cool. I was worried about how you'd react to it. Didn't want you going down the same path. I mean, he did kind of mean it. I mean, Anakin's no longer there. It's now Vader. He did say Vader killed your father. The persona of Vader taking over the persona of Anakin, you know? So he didn't necessarily lie. Get out of my head, you bitch! That's what I'd say. Or does he? Yes! And jump! No tractor beam for you! I think you're about to get force choked. That's so scary. He didn't do it, did he? Damn, that's the first person who's failed him that he hasn't just killed right then and there. Is this another little rebel outpost kind of thing? Like the transports they sent out before? The remnants of that, I guess, from the beginning. Alright. He's getting his hand replaced. I love Chewie. It even looks real. That's cool. I like that. I guess it's also really nice for the editing and everything of the shots where they don't have to have a metal hand on him, right? That would just make it harder to work into each shot that you see his hands in. if they make it look real, you know? I think in the prequels, when Anakin got his hand cut off, it was replaced with a metal one, right? But I wonder if that's like difference in, you know, they had the technology to more easily have his hand being shown like that regularly. Either way, it's fine. I don't mind it. I mean, it would make sense that they would make prosthetics in like a, you know, when they have all this shit that we're looking at right here, that they make prosthetics that can look like a normal hand, right? It's not like I'm like, there's no way, as we're watching these ships fly in space. Hey, and that's it. Alright. For The Empire Strikes Back being the title, it ended on like on a relative positive note, right? Like, at least everyone made it out alive for now. Another good movie though. I enjoyed it. Carrie Fisher. I've definitely heard that name before too for Leia. I think she was in another thing I watched. And I can't remember what it was. But yeah. I guess while the credits roll, guys, I'm just gonna start talking, like start the discussion, and then when the credits are over, I don't know why, I'm fairly certain there's never anything after the credits, but I figure I'll just let them roll while I talk. But yeah, we had the start of the movie with the rebel base on Hoth, and the battle we had there, which was pretty good. We had like the AT-ATs, I think is what they're called, or ATSTs. I'm not sure which. Either way, I'm sure you guys will correct me if I'm wrong. But regardless of that, it was pretty cool. I like I do kind of remember the whole tripping thing with the wire. I like that. It's a cool like workaround to their armor being too thick and not being able to take them out, so that was pretty cool. But also, even before that, we had the you know, cutting open the tauntaun and going inside that. That's once again another one of those little scenes that are impactful enough that I did remember, kind of thing. So it was one of those where I did remember they did that to stay warm. Yeah, that would be, I can't even imagine like having to go inside of a big creature in order to stay warm. But I mean, if you're that cold, it would be absolutely disgusting, but at the same time, that warmth would probably be really nice in that moment, you know? It's kind of like one of those situations where when you're really hungry, you can eat things that you might normally think are gross, kind of thing. And it'll still like taste good just because you're that hungry. But in that near-death state, he was able to communicate with Obi-Wan and find out where to go, which led him to Yoda and all that. But going back to the battle, for the most part, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good battle. Having, I mean, obviously there was like the tauntauns and everything almost looked claymation-y. You know, once again, this was 1980. So I think what they displayed here was, I definitely think, no offense to episode 4, but I definitely think this one was a lot better than episode 4. Especially jumping to the Luke and Vader fight. That one, I'll talk more about that in a bit, but like the effects and everything on that, and like the choreography and everything was a lot better than Obi-Wan versus Vader in the last one. But yeah, I guess that's the power of 3 years. I mean, our technology moves real fast, you know? But I also liked seeing a probe droid just because of Jedi Fallen Order and everything. Seeing them on there, it's pretty cool to see. Like, obviously, I'm not saying, I know that this came first, clearly. But for me, it's been so long since I've seen these that when I watch Fallen Order, it was like, oh, those floating things are cool, and then seeing them here, it's like my point of reference kind of thing. But yeah, it's just I like seeing like that they like it makes me appreciate the game more because they incorporated all those little things, all those different ships and everything that you see in the movies and the different droids and stuff like that. You get to see them. But yeah, they managed to successfully get some of their people out, which I'm guessing that's them at the end of the movie. There are at least one of those ships was definitely the first one that left, right? It looked like more like rounded kind of thing, or like ovally kind of shape. I definitely recognize that one. But yeah, so they have like a little backup base. Obviously, I'm sure they still lost a lot of manpower and a lot of equipment and stuff like that in that attack. Probably set them back, but now if Lando is with them though, he has some resources seemingly, so maybe that could be, maybe his anger at what happened here will spark him into helping rather than just like sitting back and doing nothing kind of thing, which it kind of seemed like he was doing beforehand, right? Granted, he always talked about how small his operation is, so maybe he doesn't have the funding to really like help with that stuff. But anyway, that is officially it. The credits are over, guys, for episode 5. So yeah, continue talking here, but. The friggin' when they escaped there in the Falcon and they went inside that asteroid and there was just that worm living in it, like that's crazy. It always makes me interested because obviously like I had like my shock factor of like it's in space, there's something living here, but I mean there's nothing that says that it's impossible for something. It's impossible for us to live out in space like that, but nothing says it's impossible for other things to live out in space. I bet you there's something in our world, out there in space, however far away, that is alive in asteroids, I bet you it's a thing, with how big the universe is and everything, like, you never know what's out there, so, but yeah, it was crazy and creepy that they just like flew into this thing's mouth without realizing it and landed. Like, because the thing was in a cave, so technically they did go into a cave. They just accidentally went into this thing's mouth too and landed, and it was probably moving around, and that's why they were shaking every now and then. And they said like, I don't think this asteroid is stable. It might just be the fact that you were inside a damn creature. But yeah, that's just crazy, man. It's like, whenever that kind of stuff happens in shows, it makes me be like, if I was that worm, what would it be like to have like a spaceship fly in? Like, obviously he's big, but he wasn't so big that like it wouldn't feel that, right? Like, I wonder what it would feel like to have that thing just sitting inside you, Fucking weird. I don't know. But yeah. I feel like I've heard other people reference the line "Never tell me the odds," so I liked hearing that. I think there's some other reactors that I watch that really love Star Wars and stuff like that, and I feel like I've heard them say like "Never tell me the odds" when they're reacting to other shows and stuff that I've watched. So it was cool hearing that because I feel like it felt like that's the thing is I always like being able to understand these references and stuff like that, right? And there's a lot of them I don't remember, but they love Star Wars, so they reference it a lot. Same with, I watch a lot of Scary Game Squad, too, and they do a lot of Star Wars references, too, because they're big fans of Star Wars. And I always feel so left out, not, like, being able to follow along with a lot of what they're talking about, because it had been so long since I've watched Star Wars, so, yeah, it was just... It's cool to hear some of those. I think there was also something in episode 1. I think. No, maybe it was when Anakin was a little older, so maybe it was episode 2. But I think it was when they were underwater, right? Obi-Wan and him were underwater. Did I write it down? Episode 2. Let's see here. I don't know that I wrote it down, unfortunately. But there's always a bigger fish, right? I think I just remembered. And I think, like, that was, like, one of the first times that was used. But yeah, I think... I don't know if that's, like, the origin of it. I think I even looked it up in that movie to figure out if that's, like, what the origin of it was. Um... But whenever I hear, like, I've heard other people reference that, and they'll be like, it's what Obi-Wan said, or something. And it's just nice, like, hearing that kind of stuff. But either way. Um, so we had, it's pretty poetic that in the same movie we had Vader learning about his son, and then his son learning about Vader, or like learning about Anakin, his father, right? Um, because we had the Emperor said, like, told him, and the way that Vader reacted to me seemed like he had no idea, right? He's like, that cannot be, you know? That's not something you say if you already know. So yeah, because he was told that Padme died, right? And the children weren't, like, didn't make it, I think. Um so obviously it comes to a shock to him that his son is still out there. Uh But yeah, and then on the flip side, we had, during that encounter at the end, we had Vader telling him, "I am your father." That iconic scene. I didn't realize it happened in Episode 5. For some reason, I thought it happened in like the final fight or something. I don't exactly remember what happens in Episode 6. Um, I vaguely remember some parts. There's a couple things, like, honestly, I think most of what I remembered from all of Star Wars was in this here, right? Like finding out that, Luke finding out that Anakin is his father, or Vader is his father, and everything, and all that. So really, like, I think there's one scene I can kind of picture in my head that I barely remember from episode 6, because we didn't see it here, so it must be from episode 6. But yeah, it's just really really cool that we kind of had that, like, parallel of them both learning in this episode kind of thing. But uh but yeah, we got to see Yoda. Obviously, the effects on Yoda weren't as good as the prequels, so, like, it's definitely, like, awkward going from the prequels to this, because Yoda looks so much better in the prequels, but there was something still good. It was still good. Like, once again, whenever I'm talking about this and making comparisons, don't forget, I do know that this is from 1980s. I do know that they didn't have as good a technology back then. I'm not criticizing and saying, like, oh, this movie sucks because of that. They did a poor job. I know they did what they could within, the limits of the technology that they had at the time and everything. But it's just me making out, like, observations. But Yoda, like, I mean, he also acted goofy too, so that didn't help. But he even looked like a little more goofy than I felt like he looked in the prequels. But he was also, like I said, he played a goofy part in this one a little bit more, until he got, like, a little more serious with the training and stuff. But in the prequels, he was in, like, a much more, like, serious position and serious role, being on the Jedi Council and everything. So kind of like the first impression you get from him is this seriousness, whereas the first impression here is this goofiness kind of thing. But uh, but yeah, I liked how Obi-Wan is just casually talking to everyone. Like, I knew that Obi-Wan, that was another thing that I remembered, is that Obi-Wan, like, communicated with people and stuff like that as, like, this Force ghost kind of thing, whatever it's called. But I never realized it was, like, this much. Like full on, like, conversations back and forth. Like, I thought it was more vague of, like, kind of the thing that Luke experienced in the beginning, where he was, like, passing out to the point of, like, like, exhaustion near death, and he hears Obi-Wan's voice. I didn't realize it was going to be something where they just, like, talk, right? It's crazy. But yeah, so we had Lando. That's a character that I kind of remember. Doesn't he become, like, if I remember correctly, doesn't he become, like, a bigger figurehead and, like, possibly flip sides again. I don't know. I don't remember enough. But either way, I definitely recognize the name and it being referenced once again by other people and stuff like that. But one thing that I'm still not really entirely sure of is, let me know if I'm missing something or if it's like teasing at something in the future, right? Because you like they meant Obi-Wan, I think, said that Luke is their last hope, but Yoda says there is another. Now, the only thing I can think of is maybe like Leia having, like, obviously I don't think she ever becomes a Jedi or something, but maybe just having that like loose connection where she can be a hope too, kind of thing. Or the other thing I was thinking of is like maybe somehow, I like one of the vague things, I might as well say it. You guys have all seen these movies by now. I guess if you happen to be watching this for the first time and you haven't seen episode 6 yet, small or big spoiler, I guess I should say, for episode 6. But so Vader, I remember in episode 6 kind of turns a little bit, right? Like, I don't know that he fully goes, because I think it's like right before his death, right? And he kind of has like a moment of like helping Luke, rather than being antagonistic towards him. I don't fully remember the scene. I just remember a little bit. So like, I wonder if that's potentially what he's talking about, is the potential of bringing Anakin back, kind of thing, rather than, could that be another hope? I don't know. But if it's something that I like missed in the first 5 movies, let me know. If it's something that we learn in the future, then don't tell me, because I want to wait and find it out in episode 6. I mean, I don't want to I don't know if that was also supposed to be building up something more, right? Like it's not like him saying like there is another. It's not referencing like way in the future, right? Like could Yoda know that much? And did they throw that in there for like the potential? Like did George Lucas have like potentially want more movies to come out, kind of thing? Like, because I know we have like the 3 newer movies that have come out, right? Or are there 6 of them now? I don't fucking know. But either way, we have the newer movies with, I think her name is Rey. I saw the first one of that, once again, a long time ago at this point, and honestly, there was so much I didn't remember when I watched that movie of Star Wars in general, that I feel like I didn't get like a good experience with that movie, right? So I feel like I didn't follow it as well as I could have, just because I didn't remember very well of what happened in the original 6 movies. So but could he be referencing Rey, right? Could he sense that far into the future of being like there is another, right? I doubt it, but yeah, I imagine it has to do with these movies, right? Not something that is outside these movies. I don't know though. Well, I guess I'll find out eventually, whether it be something you guys tell me because it's not referenced again, or if it's something that happens in episode 6 and I find out by watching. So, but yeah, very iconic scene of Han being, in that carbonite. I feel like that's something that a lot of people remember that have watched Star Wars. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that remember a lot of things about Star Wars better than I do, but that was another thing that was just, I think it was one of the first times in my life that I experienced something akin to cryo freezing. Obviously I've seen it in a lot of other sci-fi media and everything now, so it's not as special. But I think back then when I was younger, it was like, wow, they sealed him in something like that and he's still alive? That's crazy. Like with my limited sci-fi knowledge as a kid, I thought that was like a crazy thing. I don't know why it stuck with me so much, but even the way he looked in it just was very like specific, and it was like one of the few things that I remember clearly. So, but but yeah, going towards the end of the movie here, we had the uh obviously the fight with Vader and everything and Luke I talked about, but the fact that Vader said to him like, join me, like you can kill the Emperor and we can rule the galaxy as father and son, like at least the way I interpret that is Vader wants the Emperor gone. And I mentioned earlier in the movie we had that moment where one of the officers came in and was like, the Emperor commands to speak with you. Not that he requests to speak with you, he commands it. And that's like, I feel like that's where the Emperor pushing his weight around, and I think I have heard there's a thing of like Sith apprentices like surpassing their master and killing them as being like a common trait within the Sith. Actually, maybe it was even one of the movies they mentioned that. I feel like I might have known that from other things too, but it actually might have been one of the movies, and it might have been Obi-Wan or someone that talked about it, where there's usually not many Sith because usually they kill each other kind of thing. And I think they actually spoke about it in the movies, if I'm not mistaken. So, but but yeah, so it seems like Vader might not have the strength to actually kill the Emperor, and that's what he wants Luke to do. And obviously, that's not at all what the Emperor wants. The Emperor wanted Luke for himself to probably kill him, or potentially try to turn him, but be another pawn under his thumb for the Emperor kind of thing. But yeah, very, very interesting. Obviously, we know that doesn't happen and stuff like that, but I do wonder, because I thought I remembered the Emperor dying, but I don't know if that happens in the next movie or not. I mean, I guess it must if it's something that I remember, because these 6 movies, and I guess the first one of like the newest ones I've seen, I don't think it happened there. So yeah, I'm really interested to watch episode 6, because like I said, there's so much like jumbled in my brain where I'm like, does this happen? Does it not? Like, am I remembering right or wrong kind of thing? But yeah, I love the moments when they're like communicating with each other, because it's such a surreal thing of like, Vader talking to Luke from a distance, right? And being like, hey, join me kind of thing. And I like just the flashing. It was so simple, but the flashing back and forth between them in the conversation, obviously it's hard to understand for us, like the Force and how it works and how they're able to communicate like this and everything. But I think having like the flashing back and forth almost made it seem like they were closer, even though they weren't, kind of thing. So it was just a nice editing choice. But also the same kind of scene where Luke says it to Leia, and it's like, I wonder if Luke could have done that with anyone other than someone that's a blood relative, because obviously that's another thing that I remember, is that Leia is his sister. I do know that. So like the idea that she is blood related, and that's why they're like close enough kind of to communicate like that, or could he just reach out to anyone that he's really familiar with? I mean, he tried to reach out to Obi-Wan and couldn't, but he was able to reach out to her. So that once again could be saying something in regards to that. But yeah, good movie. I enjoyed it. There was actually a lot of more actiony scenes, rather than, it was mainly like our characters being chased for a lot of the movie, rather than, because like some of them it's like more like intrigue of like what's going on and what's the political nature, like kind of like with which one was it, Revenge of the Sith, when was it episode 3, when like the Jedi Council fell and everything. But like obviously there were battles and fights in that and everything, but there was also a lot of like politics and stuff like that going on. Really, all 3 of the prequels had a lot of like politics and everything going on, whereas a lot of this was just try to get away. The Empire Strikes Back. It's them trying to get away from the Empire the whole movie. So I don't really have that much more to talk about. I'm just looking forward to watching episode 6. I'm sure I'll get around to it within, 2-3 weeks or so. Again, I usually try to take like several weeks in between, so that way I don't burn myself out of watching movies, because they're long. It's a lot to sit here. I mean, I'm at 2.5 hours of recording, um, but and I also gotta, like, a lot of the times when I'm sitting here like watching stuff, I'll lean back in my chair, but it doesn't look very good on the camera if I'm leaning back, so I gotta like sit in the same position, and it sometimes gets a little uncomfortable and stuff like that. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to just like, being done and sitting back and relaxing a little bit. Um but yeah, I think that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon. Actually, coming out soon might be episode 6 on my Patreon. I have been releasing these early on there for you guys, so that way you can see it a few weeks before, and then I'll release it to YouTube. So check that out if you're interested in supporting the channel and what I do. There's all kinds of other things on there as well that you get access to. So check it all out. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.